everybody for joining us again for the Top of the Mountain Season 3, Episode 1. Motherfucker, stay tuned. We're going to keep putting out more shit for you. Oh, shit. What's going on?
located, but he came here by bus.
Lots of shit is going on. The boys just playing guitar and the drums and the bass. The motherfuckers playing time splitters too on the plane. Jungle Queen, bitch. This one does 4-player, no? Yeah. Oh, shit.
I mean, yeah, on the fence too. If, like, if people suck, then it's like, why would you want to be their friend, right? It's true, man. Hey, man, a lot of this stuff, you know?
like it's crumping. Sauce we really busting.
Oh, yeah.
I'm throwing Dosey and Cabana, but it's not too late. Tony across a license plate. Yokohama ties, so I flood the interstate.
Sorry, everybody.
Man, Riff-Raff is such a fucking inspiration for me, man.
Yeah, Mr. Riff with a raff. A ribbity rap.
Can we see? Did we see one of his? We saw one of his freestyles. Just you and me, but it wasn't on stream.
Yeah, we could.
Can we
so
do
the
one on
world
Sway?
knows what's going on with Mr. Riff. I mean, Mr. Raff.
Mr. Riff and the Raff is one of my current most inspiring role models right now. This is a man I look up to. I wake up every day. I think, fuck, what would Riff-Raff do?
Yeah,
I really do though. Like, I'm starting to think like
WWRRD.
that. I want to be like this guy. He's so fucking authentic. He's doing his goddamn thing. And again, I don't know computers, you know, and so I feel with what is capable in my hands, the best I can do is something like this. This is in my hands. This is that fucking pure of the heart, goddamn authenticity that you can cultivate, and this is 1 in a million. Throw perfume darts.
Some motherfucking real shit.
Yo, shut the fuck up. That's a Jungkook.
Hey,
shut the fuck up.
Throw perfume darts. Hey, that is.
That's a Jungkook.
Is he copying it? This is brand new. Throw perfume darts.
Jared, you just came up with a John
You
Koo.
have any
Thank
idea
you.
what you just did, Jared? Do you know what a John Koo is, Jared? Where it's like a haiku, but
Damn.
it's a 5-letter, 7-letter, and 5-letter words that go together, you know? And you just put up by serendipity, by the grace of motherfucking God.
By the grace of God, my
Every time.
nigga.
We need to see what your name means, Jared. What's your last name? Jared Mills? We gotta see.
Yo.
No, never heard of it. He never even heard of it, dude. He just fucking just shat that out.
He just shot that. Dude, this reminds me of that
That's
Reddit bot that
trippy.
just says like, oh, this was a John Koo. Or this was a haiku.
Oh, yeah.
Unintentionally. Yo, so I've been making John Koos since like January.
Yeah.
And so basically what they are haikus that are made by me. But instead of being like 5 syllables on the first line, 7 syllables on the second line, and 5 syllables on the third, it's I'm using letters, and I'm only using 1 word per line. So, yeah, so your thing throws perfume darts. It's
That's
5 letters,
perfectly-
7 letters, and then 5 letters.
That's
So
trippy.
yeah, so instead of it's fucking perfect. Throws perfume darts. It's poetic. It's a poem.
That's what I was gonna say. It's so fucking insane how perfectly it fit
It
without like.
does.
Damn, dude. Damn.
You see, that's why I love this medium,
It's
though.
pretty crazy, yeah.
It's like
I had thought it was like very difficult to get them together, but no, there's quite a bit of combinations you can still do. Like
I've been doing it for months now, every
Yeah.
day, and sometimes I'll do it twice a day.
Yeah.
You know, I've only skipped 2 days, but I've done twice a day several times, so it's made
Hell
up
yeah.
for it. You know what I mean?
yeah,
And dude, but oh man,
it's sick.
a lot of the combinations and just
Yeah.
random, like I haven't used any of those words that Jared just said. I haven't used throws. I
Jared's
haven't
like,
used
it's
perfume,
how you get, like,
and I haven't
Riff-Raff.
used darts. Yeah. It's a sign,
sign,
dude.
baby.
This is how I got caddy lacking paint today.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Because it's a double
Cadillac
entendre.
and paint.
It wouldn't be a double
It's-
entendre unless I was like trying to fit caddy
Cadillac
lacking.
with caddy.
Yeah,
lacking.
caddy.
Yeah.
It had to be 5 letters. The
Yeah,
caddy.
It fits so perfectly.
And I was thinking caddy lacking.
Yeah.
That's how you
Yeah.
get it, man.
It works so well.
You give
Like-
yourself parameters. You give yourself these rule sets. You have to make rules to break them, man.
Yeah.
Type shit.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Especially when you're making them too.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, it's like most people are just very like the strictly within the confines of what is
Mhm.
considered
I could make
art or
normal
poetry
haikus,
or
but
yeah, exactly. That's what everybody else has like done. You know what I mean? So it's like it's always cool.
it's so hard to be original that way.
Yeah, doing something that is genuinely like cooler, like more interesting. You know, from the center of
Mhm,
yourself. You know,
mhm.
rather than just borrowing from others.
And it comes from genuine like love and inspiration.
Yeah.
Like, dude, you saw that happen. That's fucking
Yeah,
crazy.
it just fucking comes out. Like hell
Just,
yeah.
like, that's why I tell you, like, I don't think about them. Just sometimes, just
Yeah.
boom, right
Hell
there.
yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, some days you'll be like busting your head.
Some
against
days
the
I
wall
have
and
to
then-
do 3 hours thinking, like, busting, crying over this shit, getting
Yeah.
angry, and going through a whole set of emotions. But sometimes, just boom.
Yeah,
it
it
hits.
just fucking comes out with you get the
The
space
universe. Yeah. The
Jared.
God
He
was
used it as a
talking to you,
thesis.
Jared.
Oh, did he tell you about his thesis? He's gonna be. He wants to get an honorary
crazy.
doctorate by just making a thesis.
I could do it in English.
But it's funny because you didn't tell him that, right? He just said,
Maybe he heard it in the last
Oh,
one,
okay,
though.
maybe.
But I never thought about that because my English teachers always fucking loved me.
Yeah.
But it's always the subject I never really associated myself with. I always associated myself with maths
Yeah.
and sciences. And then the Englishes was always the underappreciated. I would do really fucking good, just like randomly. And so
Yeah,
like
yeah.
maybe little thesis in English,
Yeah.
that could go hard.
Yeah, just write some crazy shit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Speaking of crazy shit, we gotta hold on. Let me.
Oh,
Let's get us over here. Let's still numbers. I fucking live here.
You know what? I was watching the podcast, Matt and Shane's Secret Show.
Yeah.
They had the guest Big J Okerson on, right?
Nice.
So I didn't know that Big J Okerson used to hang out with like hookers and shit and be a bouncer. Yeah. He was saying that he would beat up people for hookers too. There was this one hooker that called him over because like, oh, this guy wouldn't pay me or whatever, and then he showed up, and then it was like really whatever, and so he picks up this bitch, and then eventually he just realized that the guy didn't pay her because he didn't do anything. Like, he basically saw her and thought she was ugly, and he was like, yeah, no, you know what, this ain't gonna happen, but she wanted a deposit and stuff, so she ended up stealing like a fucking like a thing from him, like a TV or something. But yeah, so then the ride home, he was hearing from like a rejected hooker, and he was talking about how that's pretty funny, rejected hookers. Talking about like, yeah, you know, I didn't want to fuck him anyways, you know, like, it's,
yeah, I know.
it's fucking so stupid. You pay.
I guess we'll leave enough time to smoke a couple of bowls, and this is the outro of the show. Right? We would normally have credits here, but they're gonna come in next episode. They made an AI grandma.
Yeah, an AI grandma. So like whenever an Indian calls them up, they can use the AI grandma to fuck with them. The AI's programmed just to keep them busy for hours.
Oh yeah, to fuck with the scammers.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Automated scam prevention.
Hold
Pretty sweet, actually.
on. You must put in the codes, man. Okay.
No, not two. I mean 3.
That's just so awesome, yeah, just having it like recorded or be procedural or whatever the fuck, you're just wasting the time. Like, that's so great.
But then they're going to invent AI Indians to scam people, and then it's going to be an arms race.
Yeah. Indian AIs. IAI compared to Chinese AI.
I think it's just going to be permanently in the future. Like, we're going to be like 1,000 years in the future. And if technology stays around, there's going to be like, you know, automated AI Indians, just, you know, the future face of scamming forever.
Or yeah, like all the AIs are going to be, you know, it's going to be a whole bunch of robots, and then there's the Indians of the AI world. And they're going to be there swarming everything.
You hear the Nigerian, you know, those emails that were like, oh, I'm a Nigerian prince, give money to my account so it can like give you money, right? Apparently those were like actually made like some dude would actually type them out, like send them physically.
Yeah.
And it was some like, he got arrested recently actually. They finally caught him after like fucking decades.
Damn.
Some like 93-year-old Jewish man.
Sheesh.
That's been running the Nigerian prince scam for fucking decades.
It's just this one
dude.
Wow.
He's
Really?
like, yeah, it's just.
And he had to be an old Jew, of course.
Yeah, she's an old Jew and he's
Naturally.
just running the scam forever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ever since he donned the suit, it's been fucking with reality, and everything's just gone to shit. It's all your fault, really.
Yeah, every season's gonna get more fucked up. It's
only-
not gonna get better. It's gonna get worse.
The only way this is gonna end is if we kill you.
We're gonna
It's the
try
only
to
way
make
revert
it-
reality.
Yeah, that's the only way it's gonna end it ultimately.
Eventually, they're gonna send their assassins to get you, because look, you're even phasing my pants out of reality.
Yeah.
That's not okay.
Yeah, all
the
of
pants
us.
police are coming for you.
All of us are phased
The
out.
pants police are coming. They're not gonna have any mercy. You're gonna die.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
I don't like that fate. That fate sounds fucking terrible.
Yeah, that's the baby. He knows everything. He got Benjamin Buttonitis.
Baby, what do you think about this? Do you think the world's gonna end?
Give that baby a hit, man. That baby needs it. Yeah. This is when we need a close-up camera. I mean, the camera's technically connected, but whatever. Next episode will be better. I promise.
Remember, folks, only on Mount Majority do we give babies drugs.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Oh,
right.
yeah.
On purpose, on camera.
I mean, they asked for it.
Yes.
They literally asked for it.
Children yearn, just like they yearn for the mines, they yearn for drugs.
They just say it with words. They're just like, give me drugs. like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
They're like, give me that shit. Like, oh, fuck. Like,
My
alright,
first words
dude.
as a child was give me crack.
Give me that.
Give me crack.
Gibbs me that was his first words, was Gibbs me. Then, you know, he's a product of the... What is it?
I tried to say dad and I said dat.
The current generation was after millennials was Generation Alpha, and then now there's Generation Beta now, right?
After millennials? No,
Yeah.
no.
They call it Gen Alpha.
Alpha is after Gen Z.
Yeah. Oh yeah. The Gen Z and then Gen A. And
You mean before millennials? There was there's actually Gen X. Gen X is a thing.
No, of
everybody
course.
kinda forgets about.
yeah, it's like the boomers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, that is technically the.
And then so then after the millennials was Gen Z and then Gen Alpha and then now it's Gen Beta is the current one. So I was like, damn,
Yeah.
what an unfortunate fate these guys have.
Yeah, it's actually
given.
crazy. All the
entire generation.
all the alpha kids are finally growing up. They're finally in college now. So now there's a new generation of even worse people.
Yeah.
Even worse ones are there now.
They're literally the beta generation.
Yeah.
If you
can't
thought
recover.
everything was beta, just wait until you get a load of these guys.
It would.
I'm Gen W, Gen whatever. I don't even exist on the spectrum. Both of y'all are Gen Zs.
Yeah. We're still Zoomers, but not really.
Yeah.
We're that weird middle ground Zoomer.
Yeah.
We're the ugly middle child.
Yeah, because the millennials are definitely the ones who like grew up like before the internet and after the internet or whatever. Like before technology was like everywhere, and so it's like they kind of got a taste of that world, and then
Yeah, because by the time I was like 8, everywhere had internet, everywhere had computers. But before that, it was getting there, and then but then after that, it was pretty much everywhere. You know, by the time I was 8 years old, everywhere had computer labs. The internet was ubiquitous.
Yeah.
Wi-Fi was becoming a thing, I think.
That's the icon of the Zoomers. Like you just had internet already, but not as much as an iPad baby, which would be the Alpha or Gen
They were
Alpha,
raised with iPhone.
which is like they had even a further iteration of it, and so then Generation Beta, I can't even imagine. What the
So then, Gen Beta, now it's just even more ubiquitous. Now we're just completely adapted to technology.
Take it more for
genius. I
granted.
didn't realize that. Is it official?
Yeah, exactly. Like since you're too young to even really recall.
Yeah.
And then with Gen Alpha,
What
they
makes
just
a
have
genius
even a
society
further level of
thing?
technology with
No,
iPads. It's
no,
even
don't
more
know.
closer
It's
connected.
just-
And then Gen
Yeah,
Beta,
like I'm not young enough to grow up with the internet, but I was young enough
you're from Frankfurt,
to know that the internet was always around when I was really small. But
it
not-
didn't
not young
really
enough
like
to
cross
have
your
it.
mind that it could exist like without it or something. It's just like, oh yeah, of course you have internet.
Yeah,
Or it's just like,
but I knew that it was still in the beginning stage, and I wouldn't have access to it. That's always how I felt about it. Like I don't have access to computers and internet. I'm too young. It's too new. You know what I mean? But it exists, and it's inevitable, and everyone has it that's like an adult. Yeah, just not me.
like it exists, but you don't have access to it. Yeah, like you know that it exists out there, but you
Yeah, from as young as I can remember.
you're not like unaware of it or whatever.
Yeah, no, it was in existence from, from when I was
Like I knew cable
conscious.
existed, but I never had it. Yeah.
That too, yeah.
Well, yeah, okay, so it's like being able to be on that side of not knowing or not having it, and then compared to Gen Alpha would be like they already absolutely from the
Yeah,
start.
they're growing up with the iPads.
Yeah,
It's different,
exactly.
Yeah.
They're the iPad babies.
Or some Zoomers also grow up with the iPads too.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
why it differentiates like us Zoomers and those Zoomers. You know,
that's why they're considered Gen Alpha.
Yeah.
Man. Oh yeah, it'd be people like us being parents. Yeah, it would be Yeah. I would say it's us. Yeah, because we would be the parents. Like we would be, or even or if you had grandkids. Right now, I guess if you had grandkids. If you had kids, they would be, and then they would have kids already too, since they would have them young. So I guess so. I guess you're already old too, right? I forget you're basically 30 already, so you would, If you're 30 years old, you're basically grandpa already, because you can have like a 20-year-old who has a 10-year-old kid already. Like, it's just how math works.
Chick told me she was born in 2000, dude, and I've always associated 2000s with my brothers, and my brothers have always been like, oh, they're several years younger than me.
That's true.
Like it's, I don't know, like it's one.
Well, yeah.
But then when like 2000, and then it's like, oh wait, you're only 1 year younger than me. It's like exactly the same.
Oh, because you were 99 or whatever?
99 though.
Well, so you can't even say 2000.
But then that's like that cusp shit. Like I don't.
Yeah, it's just funny to say like, oh, I'm in the 2000s.
I don't associate with
You
like
literally
that next millennia. I really do associate with that 99.
Yeah,
like
I'm
right
still
at that
the 90s kid, man.
Yeah.
I'm still. Yeah.
Yeah. But we're all about 25 now, which is like crazy.
Yeah.
Still, it's just now think about. Oh man.
But it's like, yeah, you're on this side of the millennium, and they're on this side of history.
You know, one thing that I hear is a huge cultural gap between Gen Z and like any other gen is 9/11. Whoever experienced 9/11, because I had 9/11 when I was in kindergarten, so I'm like the cutoff year. Anyone below me doesn't remember 9/11, the impact it had.
Yeah.
Like you would remember it, obviously. Chris,
I had it in elementary. Yeah.
Yeah, I was in kindergarten, so like first year I was in kindergarten, I was 5 years old.
Yeah.
So John, you wouldn't have remembered. You're like a couple years younger than I would, so you're already past the cutoff. So like in my experience. Like in my opinion, I should say, in my opinion, it's like the difference in culture is like, yeah, do you remember 9/11 and like have everybody freak the shit out and like it just everything got different real quickly. That was weird. Everybody that was born after that, they just like were used to the weird.
That's what I thought Zoomers were. Yeah, that's why Zoomers are all post-ironic and satirical about everything. Nothing serious anymore. It's all a joke. Cause they were born after all of this crazy shit.
I
like,
still don't
what's
get,
the tragedy, huh? Everybody falling out of buildings. Lol, what? Like it was already a joke.
That
like,
wasn't like a is that really not? Was that really? Could you not
really
joke about shit
about
like
it?
that?
You see what I mean? The way you guys treat it is definitely like it's the Zoomer mentality of being like that sort of already post-ironic, almost not nihilistic, but you know what I mean? Just immediately edgy, dark side of like, it was already after the fact. Yeah.
And
you
like
didn't see how it was
even
before.
the fact that it's like 10 plus years later and it's not funny makes it funny type shit. You know what I mean?
Or it's like you're already so past the meta of that. Like you're several levels of meta in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We were on the trenches of making the meta of it. Like, I mean, I'd be playing around with Lego buildings, putting cars in them, pretending it's 9/11 shit when it was happening. But I didn't know any better.
Yeah.
I was just reenacting what I saw on TV, and it was action. And then the teacher getting mad at me kind of made me think, like, what's wrong? What happened? Like, oh yeah, we'd make fun of the dudes jumping out. Like, the dudes fucking. But I'd have teachers telling me that the rapture was coming because of it, and that was also putting a different tinge on it. Where it's like, okay, so you had all these boomers making a huge deal about this thing, and us being just of age enough for them to make an impression of like, this is really serious or something. We're like, oh shit, word for real. And then you just see like, oh, it's a big nothing burger. Like it's just nothing happens. Like, oh okay, it's like almost you kind of learn that. It's not like a betrayal, but it's just like, oh, okay, I'm gonna not trust this shit. And then I would think like Zoomers were already born like after, or they already understood that, like, oh, duh, of course, everything's
like,
fucked up.
Like
stupid.
A city can blow up, and life goes on. Yeah.
What else did you expect? Yeah. It's like Fallout, or
But before that, nobody thought that could happen. I see what you're saying.
That things would be that just insanely like fucked up or whatever.
I see what
we
you're
still
saying.
Being grown up on boomer wisdom or boomer logic of like, hey, work hard, things will work out, and then just learning like, oh, that's totally not true.
If it's so hard for me to understand that perspective from like a single point of view, it's especially hard for me to understand that as like, oh, imagine that perspective shift as like a collective.
Yeah.
No, I can't imagine that. That's insane, no.
Yeah, it's definitely difficult. Yeah. That's why it's impossible to wrap everything up very neatly and just like, oh, this is exactly all of these people would behave the exact same, because of course, you see, like, if we're all we process shit differently and different retardations and autismos, like or autisms to like, I don't know. Some people focus on building a family, other people focus on building a killdozer. I don't know. It's just the luck of the draw.
Some people focus on sole purposes TV.
Yeah, that's true. They start making a interview YouTube channel series just because that's what the calling is. And then other times, you drive Elon Musk things into Trump towers to blow them up and kill the president and kill Elon Musk with his cyber trucks and filling them with terrorist bombs. Bombs killed. President Elon Musk killed now. Absolute urgency, not a joke. This is not. Oh shit! Did we not play the disclaimer? Oh no! That's what we get swatted.
Yeah.
Or missiles. Benjamin Netenyahu sends us some fucking missiles. That's what this baby's supposed to be, baby Netanyahu over here. So anytime we have something to say to Netanyahu, you can just smack him around a little bit and just get your aggression out. If you want to be a guest and you want to show Netanyahu a little bit of what what you think he is doing to the Middle East right now, then yeah, go ahead, give him a spanking, give him a. You can fillet him if you want. I don't know. This would be pedophilic, but it might be better if you just beat his ass. Well, I don't know. Whatever. You be the judge. You be the judge. You say what Benjamin Netanyahu deserves. We won't be the arbiter of justice here. That's
we need needles, like a voodoo doll.
Some voodoo doll shit. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Where would you start putting them if you had the needles? What would be the first spots you start poking this person?
Honestly, it would, dude. It would probably be straight in the anus, like
right in the anus.
Yeah.
Right in the anus, my friend.
No, because all butt stuff is gay, right?
The penis.
So I feel like, and all gay stuff sends you to hell, right? So wait, follow me here.
All right, let's see here.
No, I'm not
Where's
sodomizing the baby. This
where's
is
he
a
even
voodoo
going
doll.
with it?
Yeah. So what I'm doing with this is I'm shoving this nail or needle inside of this Netanyahu butt, and he's gonna feel it in his butt, right? And that those feelings in his butt, that's gay, and so he'll go to hell.
Oh, you're taking one for the team, so it's
No, I'm not going
gay.
to hell. He's gonna feel
That's
it in
true.
his ass.
He's the one with
because
something in
he's
his
gonna
ass.
feel it
You
in
just
his
have
ass.
a needle in your hand.
I know. I have
You're
a
not-
yes.
you're-
I have
see
a
what you
needle
mean.
and a baby in my hand.
That's
Yes.
it. That's it. There's nothing gay about having a needle in the baby. I
But
see nothing about in the
him,
Bible about the needle in the baby.
he has the feeling of something going in his ass.
Yeah.
You know what I
He has
mean?
ass pains.
But not only pains, like I'm gonna put it like in the baby's ass, so he really feels it like in his ass.
I'm gonna wiggle it around.
Yeah, he would certain. Yeah.
Hey,
Sodomy, the oldest form of torture.
thank you so much, everybody, again for joining us on this shit show fuckfest. The viewers just got shot up by 1,000. This is insane. Really? What? Did we? I don't know. Should I look at the views? You're fucking lying. It's gonna be like.
No, he's fucking trolling.
I know it, man. You only do it to me.
Everybody watch the fucking barbecue stream. Watch you gonna get high.
That's true.
Thousands of views.
That's right. We're gonna barbecue some more. We're gonna get back up on the roof.
Barbecue every day, guys.
We're gonna barbecue on the roof. Yeah, we're gonna move the pit up there. Yeah, dude. I'm gonna put that in the next description, next barbecue stream. Like, we're barbecuing on the motherfucking roof. No fucking cap. And then whoever joins in be like, what the fuck? And be like, we got you, didn't we? It worked, didn't it? Just, damn. Yeah, it blows my mind people will be fucking paying money on Patreon, $5 a month to get like 2 hours of content of a podcast that's just audio only of dudes just bullshitting around.
Dude, it's fucking insane.
So it's like, we're over here giving like over 8 hours
You're here
a
giving
week.
your heart and soul.
A week,
Heart
every
and soul.
single week. That's
Arm
like,
and leg.
you know how many?
Dick and balls.
That's a lot of, yeah. I got my soul's
Shit
balls
and
up
piss.
in there. My soul's shit, my soul's fish. For sure.
You even put a little bit of blood in your vomit just for us.
Hell yeah. You know how much blood I got on my stool for this? It's dedication. Yeah. Yeah, we can't read the fucking names, but we feel your energy. Yeah, it is. But this was fucking great first episode of the new season. As y'all can see, we're in a slightly newish city. We got a different tint going on.
Tint.
There's a slight tint on our windows here.
Very
We're
slight.
watching the city.
There's absolutely nothing wrong.
Yeah. And then like next season's gonna be maybe like green or something and whatever. But then we're gonna have some other stuff in the background. What do y'all want in the background? What do y'all want to see?
That's gonna be. You know what?
I have a couple of scenes ready.
You changed the tint on this, or Tochoa did, right? Our fucking lovely producer.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I asked.
Yeah,
him
I
to.
love this tint, man. I'm
It's a
really
little
digging
bit
it.
different.
It's because I like that. This feels more retro. This feels more hip. Or I like those like
Teal is
undercutted. Yeah. Or those pastels, teals type stuff. Those off colors. They're very nice, but off, but
Oh, yeah.
light on the light spectrum.
Yeah, nothing too dark, nothing too contrasty. We're dark enough. We don't need to fucking have darker colors on here.
Yeah, we need something to contrast us. Is what it is.
Yeah, it keeps everything a little more vibrant. That's why I like the cyberpunky neon-ish.
Yes,
shit.
it keeps that aesthetic alive. It accentuates that aesthetic.
You know, like cyberpunk, like whatever. I don't care like that much for that sort of IP or whatever the fuck. What is it? Aesthetic. But it kind of works because just having a cyberpunk city. You know what I mean?
I love it.
Yeah, if I could have had like a steampunk city or I don't even know. Magic City, Goku's planet. We're gonna count down.
We
to
start
3
doing our
minutes
outro.
now.
Do we have credits? Maybe we can write credits really fast if we don't have them.
Yeah.
In 3 minutes, we can speed run it,
Speed run. Oh shit! I forgot.
and we can kill Baby Netenyahu at the same time. Oh no! Oh wait, we do want Netanyahu dead. Die, bitch. Die, bitch. Die. I am Indian,
You
baby
like this
Netanyahu, and I am in hell eating shit because I am Indian.
Baby. I am getting reincarnated again as Indian baby and shit. That's your fate. That was fucking expensive, bro. I'm sorry. We're gonna buy some other ones. Don't worry. Thank you, senior producer. Be careful with it.
Thank you. We love you, Jack. We love you,
Yeah,
sucker.
if we keep fucking with it, all those fucking liberals who love the fucking free Palestine or Gaza or whatever the fuck movement here will probably be into us if we just clip us like, this is Benjamin Netanyahu. Ha. Fuck you. We do not like you and your policies. These guys, they represent everything I've always wanted to say. And then we get them on the show and we're, oh man. We can like interview them, that'd be pretty cool.
That would be great. Yeah.
Snowflake much? Takes one to know one, huh? Alright. Give the baby an abortion. Here. Let's see. That is essentially what I gotta do. So I'm gonna have this full super episode only for the people who pay $20 on Patreon to see all of this. But everybody else is gonna see the cut down, stripped down version. It's gonna be like, hey, and then it's the credits. It's gonna be like a 5 seconds long, and that's gonna be the whole show. It's gonna be super sped up. You gotta slow it down. I already said it. It was part. What? I already said it. It was the part with me and Josh. The rest was B-roll. Ha ha. Ha. Very funny, man. Producer decision, man. Alright. So what about tomorrow? Are you gonna be free tomorrow? Or what are you doing tomorrow? Or are you doing anything tomorrow? What's up, other than my mom? What's happening? What's going on? Are you doing something? Are you working? Are you twerking? Are you flirking? For the Birkin? Come on, man. Flirking the gherkin? So flirky merkin. What's up? What's happening? Slapjacking it. Come on. Your mom. Oh, I got him. Look at that. I got him before you said it. I see it. You see that? M ... I got him. I stopped him dead in his tracks. He was just about to say what I already said. And that's why I said it first. So I win. All right, we're already like 5 hours past the 8-hour mark, so let's get this shit done. Thank you everybody for showing up for the first half of the world premiere of season 3. So tomorrow. tomorrow we're gonna do the second half. That'll be the in totality episode 1. Season finale of the season. Yeah. That's right. It's gonna be the season premieres finale of the premiere of the world of the show. No, yeah. Yeah. That's why we gotta jump to season 7 this next time. Best world premiere ever.
Do it if it wasn't for you, our producer, Mr. Suchoa Prime.
The brain cannot comprehend.
Thank you, their essence. And trillions of haters. That's what fuels me. Oh yeah.
You're gonna have to hold you something for the camera. Hold on, 'cause I don't have a zoom in on this. Sorry. You have to go with it. The John Q magic is the Johnny Q. Huey John. Yes, sir. That's right. Thank you again for joining us on the half episode of season 3, episode 1. So I was talking about downloading the stream, mixed with drone shots, and these are credit with the special guest Josh Relegado. Hope your mama enjoy go hold the Dr. Lunch, the producer, his birthday boy to Choa Prime. And then you got your senior cultural correspondent, Smog Sucker, and your junior cultural correspondent, Nothing Wrong, with superfan number 1, Space Jared. And again, special guest. The super specialist of guests, Joshua Legato. I wonder if he has any association to Joe Legato. Joe Gato. Let's see. Are you gonna Practical Jokers us next time? Anyhow, just kidding. Thank you for. We had him over. We're gonna have him again and again. He's gonna be a super regular. We're gonna have him on so often. You're gonna think that we enslaved him. Keep him in the basement. Yeah, that would be ridiculous. There's no way. We don't even have a basement. All right, up close of the clown shirt for the thumbnail. Oh yeah, I guess. Did you already do that? I'm sorry. Yeah, get that. That'll be the good for the thumbnail. I want to thank everybody again for showing up.
That's right. Get that in there. Model for the camera, boy. The camera loves you. See that, boy? Oh, yeah. Get that camera in there. Go wide. Oh, yeah. You love it. Get in that camera. Big and wide, boy. Yeah. You love when the camera talks to you, huh? Getting in there dirty for that camera. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Look at that clown. Oh, boy. February 24 through 20. Oh, baby. Let in there and flexing that for that camera. Oh, yeah. Crush him. Yeah. Oh, this is somebody's fetish. Somebody paid trillions of dollars to get crushed by a clown lady on a man's chest. Oh, look at him go down.
Talking real good. All right, that was the ending. All right, thank you, everybody.
Thank you. Come again.
Thank you, come again. Here comes White next.